Hi there, Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. How are you today? You caught me. I hope you're having lunch with me. For me, I just grabbed a little bit of water and we are off to the races. So I have a question for you. Do you have this yet? Do you have your celebration and your new mini catalog yet? If you don't, then you really need to get with me and have me get it to you. And here's the reason why. Because, no, I'm not going to break out a song, but here's why. Because I've got some special promotions happening and some bonuses happening next week, actually. So if you did not see them, go to stampingwithjohnny.com and look at Monday's blog post, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, let's see what else. I don't know. Let's get to creating, huh? So hold on a second. Let me flip you around. So how's everybody doing today? I hope well. Just getting things finished and set up for you. And let's get the computer set up. I know it's here somewhere. There we are. What to expect? Okay. Alrighty. So, if you're on live with me, please say hello. So for today, I'm going to show you a few things that are happening. And, well, where shall I begin? Let's start at the top of the pile, shall we? Okay, so for today, I'm going to show you some things with the blending brushes. And I'm also going to show you some cards that were done and a bonus of how the treat boxes are assembled. Alright, so first things first. This card I wanted to show you comes from, and I have them already cut out because I figured you didn't want to watch me poke all the holes. So this card, this piece, comes from, where is it? Right here. So I had one where I didn't like how the edges came out, and so what I did was just cut out an accent piece, and then I put it behind a window sheet and used our adhesive sheets to stick it on all together. Okay, and the black and white is from page 11 of the new mini catalog, True Love Designer Series paper. Okay, these are our new black matte dots. And then notice here, here's another piece, and this came from, oh, which corner was it? I believe it's right here. Might be up here. Anyways, you get the gist of it. So that's one of them. Another one that got created before this, obviously, I embossed in gold the pot from the Simply Succulents stamp set. This is from the bundle because I ended up using the dies, obviously. I punched this out with the dies and then popped it up with the dimensionals, so you have a tiny bit of an edge there, and then glued this on and put some. So, alright, so let's see, what else? Alright, so for today, I'm going to be showing you how to do this, not this. This is just done with our new Sahara Sand foils and stamped with the brown, and I'm trying to remember the specific name of it. Hey Lise, how are you? I'm trying to remember the name. anyways, I think it's saddle brown stays on. So that is what this card is done with. And then the background is the rich razzleberry and the granny apple green for matte. And then this one, super easy, right? Is the foil with some accents and doodads from the new die cuts, and that's about it. So let's get started, shall we? So I've already got 2 of these guys done. I don't know if I'm going to use both of them, but wanted to make sure I was prepared. And then I already have 2 thick Whisper White card bases cut out of the cardstock and cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. This is out of the rainbow glimmer paper. I just thought it looked gorgeous in the sense of almost like a sunset or a sunrise, depending on your favorite time of the day. So there you go. And then I've got my dies on my desk, but I've already done those. So just wanted to let you know, because that's a big one. So, all right, and then I have another card base here. We're going to be doing, I know, a little ambitious today, right? We're going to be doing 2 cards and a box today, treat box to be exact. If you have your catalog on page 11, number 4, the Love You Always treat boxes, that is what I'm talking about. So the card base again is 4 1/4 by 11 and scored in the middle at 5 1/2. So and you notice I've done some punching, okay? This is the new dual oval punch, and this is also in your mini catalog with the Easter type stuff. So I punched this out, but this is cut at 5 by 3 3/4. And then everything is a 1/2 inch down from that. So this is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Oh, and can I remember? No. This is 2 3/4 by 4. This is what we're going to be doing the blending on. And then I've just got some little punches just in case. Okay. Gotta use your cardstock. All right, so there we are. So let's get started, shall we? So we're gonna do the colors first, so I don't have to wash the brush in between, and we will get things rolling. So we have the treat box, and that's what I'm going to be coloring on. So I've got this, and I'm going to have it out on this side. And let's see, you got to make sure, and I already folded it all, but I wanted to make sure that, how do I say this? I wanted to know what was outside and what was inside so I knew what to color, okay? So for me, I'm looking at this box and I'm like, how's it go together? Well, here we go. You ready? This goes like this. This goes like this. This punches down in here. These go like this, become your sides. These come over like this. This, this comes over like this. And I'm doing this loosely because I want to be able to take it apart. And that comes over like that and then gets pushed down. So what I need to have colored is this piece here, this piece here, this piece here, this piece here, and then the bottom, because the top is this piece that slides over. Okay? So we'll see if we can remember all that. But hey, we'll get there, won't we? So on my plate today, on my desk today, I have mint macaron, I have pear pizzazz, and I have rich razzleberry. Okay? So I'm going to grab my pieces and I'm just going to get started. So I'm going to lay this here, and this has a tiny bit of sticker on it, and then I'm going to pounce onto my pad, and then I'm going to color, swirl, whatever you want to say. Okay. Now with this, when you're doing your brush, you want to make sure that you have enough ink in your ink pad, otherwise you're not going to get any kind of coverage. So you can see it just barely there, and I'm going to put this down here, and a lot of this will get tucked in, so I don't need to worry about it quite as much. So I am just rubbing. Hopefully I'm not making the whole thing go as much as I'm thinking. Trying to have it so it doesn't look like an earthquake, even though we're in California. So there is the start. Yay! Okay, and then I'm gonna grab here, and I'm going to, let's see, it was this piece here, so we're gonna grab here. I'm doing all one color at a time, so I don't have to use all of my brushes. So I've started with my lighter color, and I'm gonna go to my darker, and that is so I don't cross-contaminate my inks, okay? Now I'm gonna close this up so I don't get my fingers in it. And then next we're gonna have Pear Pizzazz, which is a darker with a touch more yellow in it. So what you're gonna do is put this back where we started, kind of pounce that off to get some of that other off, and we're going to do this as an accent. You're not doing it all over, so what you're gonna do is you're just, see the difference here? So you're just gonna do this, and you're gonna kind of, like where you wanna accent, like in a plant, you know how at the base of it, it's usually darker. So that is what I am aiming to do. Okay, so just pieces and parts is what I'm aiming for here. And then I've got here, and I'm gonna just do pieces and parts. If you want to be specific, you can look up succulents, but I'm just going for it. And then I've got, if you want the same pattern as last time, that's great. You're gonna have to take the time to line it up, but for me, I'm just getting it done. Okay, so I'm gonna close my Pear Pizzazz up, and then I am grabbing my rich Razzleberry, and we're gonna do just a couple more touches. So the tips of the leaves tend to have a little, wow, that's dark, huh? A little bit of pink, shall we say, purpley kind of. So I am just grabbing here, and that really brings out quite a bit. Put that down, and I'm just doing some touches, just some quick little touches to kind of accent, okay? And then I'm gonna grab here. If you want it to all look the same, you can line it all back up, but for me, since it's a box, I was being a little more eclectic, shall we say. So that is, in a nutshell, how the blending brushes work. If you're on with me, please say hello. So we're gonna grab this here, and we're gonna flip this around, and we're gonna get this together so you can see how this box comes together completely. So we've got our middle. We're gonna fasten in the middle, and then we are pushing this through. And we are pushing this through. I love this box because there's no glue to it. Done. Okay. And then I've got our sleeve, and I'm going to put this over, and I am just grabbing and I'm just doing here and there's. I actually don't want it to be the same as before. And we're just grabbing here and there's, not the whole thing. Okay, so we're just doing quick bits. See how that comes out though? Gorgeous, right? Quick bits. Okay. After you're done with your brush, you can either keep it in the same color family or you can rinse it out just with some cold water. Your choice. And I bet if we staggered this, you could almost make it look like a reptile skin or something like that. So here is our box. This is our new treat box that's on page 11 of our new catalog. So there you go. That's what that looks like. All right, so after you're done with all that, you ready for this? You can either wipe this off or not, but I'm just going to take it on the paper and get the excess off. And then I'm gonna grab our rainbow glimmer paper, and I'm gonna grab here and I put my Stampin' Seal Plus on the back of it, and I'm gonna grab there. Okay, I'm grabbing my mini glue dots, and you can grab your take your pick tool, piercing tool, snips, whatever's close. For me, it was my snips, and that's the usual case. They're usually on my table. For some reason, this pack of glue dots was, the glue dots are up on the other end instead of on the roll. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if that's going to be what it is for future, but it's what I have this time. So usually we can press and do. Ooh, that is bigger than my, so we're gonna have to roll these over or cut through them. Okay, and I'm just trimming off my edges because I forgot I cut my paper to 6 instead of 5.5. Okay. Roll that glue dot back where you want it. Cut, cut, cut. If you do not have the money to do blending brushes, you can also get makeup brushes if you happen to have them already. But I will tell you, the makeup brushes, if you have to buy them instead of the blending brushes, are actually more expensive than the crafters ones. So I have already cut out in labels the Magenta Madness and what color was that? Daffodil Delight, I believe. So we've got that, and I'm looking for my Magenta Madness. So I'm going to stamp my thanks in Magenta Madness. To get this card completely finished. I know, right? Actually finish something? Yes. A lot of things get finished around here. Okay, so for this card, we are gonna grab our glue dots again. Where did they go? I'm gonna put them on the table. You wanna pay attention to which way the stitching is going, because the one that kind of looks like it goes in instead of forced out is your front. Okay, it's kind of obvious. It looks finished, vice kind of bumpy and crazy. Well, that didn't work as expected, huh? I'm still getting used to these glue dots being on the other side. So I guess we're gonna do it this way. That's okay. So I am doing glue dots on here instead of the Stampin' Seal because I have the glimmer paper and the foil, and neither one of these take too kindly to the Stampin' Seal Plus. Okay? And then I'm gonna grab a couple dimensionals. Peel those backs off. If you have trouble getting those backs off, stick your thumbnail down in the middle of that and they'll pop up right easy for you. So there's that one. And then the bonus one that I have for you, the black and white. Let me get this out of the way. So the black and white one, we're gonna do similar, except we're not going to use this stencil. It'll go on another card, but for today it's not gonna be used. And I'm gonna grab my blending brush that we just finished with the Razzleberry, kind of pounce it off. Like I said, you could rinse it off or just get a different one if you're doing anything, because you want to make sure it's not damp. But I'm going to a darker color, as you can see, so it is okay. So this is my basic gray, and I have a little bit of that Razzleberry coming through, but it's gonna have to be okay now, isn't it? So there's certain aspects of this that I want darker and lighter. So on the basis of where I have my leaves for my succulents, so like in here, you can see it's kind of growing this way. So I'm gonna do a little bit heavier here, a little bit heavier here, and that's what I'm gonna end up with. So we're doing very black and white on this one. Very, very black and white. My kid tends to do a lot of neutral tones, so I'm paying attention and doing maybe some cards that some people don't like bright pink and bright green and bright everything. And so I am trying to do some more neutral colored cards in case you need something for a guy, or if you're just not the frilly foofy pink type person. A lot of people are not. So I'll grab here, center this, okay? And then this one, I'm like, which way? I think it goes this way. Grab here, grab my Stampin' Seal Plus. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab my scallop oval, and that is gonna go right in the middle here. If you have messed up anything, so like say I had a smudge down here, maybe my label goes down here instead, huh? It's okay. That's what those are for, right? I'm gonna stamp off this pink, and we're gonna have probably a hint of that pink coming through with the black, and that is fine. Okay. And we've got our black and white, black and white, black and white. Okay. And dimensionals right in front of me, of course. So we're gonna grab our two. What I was talking about before, grab your thumb and just push down. See how that just popped up so nicely? And that's gonna go right here. And then I'm gonna show you in my magical box of dots, I'm gonna show you our brand new, these are our matte black dots. And we're gonna throw those down to accent more of our black and white. Kind of cool, right? And there you go. There is your other card. So we've got this one. We've got this one from before. We've got the box. We've got this one. I'm running out of room. We've got this one that also had the inside. And we've got that one. I like that one though. So, thank you for joining me. Catch me on the replay if you happen to miss me. Throw a comment down where you're from, how you doing, what you're doing for New Year's, anything else you want to say. And thank you again. Follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com, and have a great day. Bye-bye.